This is A-Dub Club. Welcome to A-Dub Club, your YouTube triathlon channel with Adam Ward.
It's Adam coming to you from Shawnee State Forest outside of Portsmouth, Ohio. That's all the way down at the border by Kentucky. This is the site of the American Triple T Triathlon. I don't know how I heard about this triathlon from buddies a few years ago, but they do 4 races over 3 days. So it's Friday right now. The first race is tonight. It's a super sprint. So it's actually the shortest triathlon I've ever seen. 250-meter swim, 6K bike, and then a 1-mile run. And that'll kick off the weekend. Tomorrow morning, there's an Olympic distance race, although it has a quarter marathon run instead of a 10K. And then in the afternoon, there's another Olympic distance race. And you start with a bike, and then you go to the swim next. And then you finish with the run. And then on Sunday morning, there's a half Ironman. So with all of the distances, it adds up to about a full iron distance race when you add up all the different distances. So, and then, so it should be interesting. You know, I obviously haven't tested my racing at those distances yet, let alone back to back to back. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Here we are, start of day 2, Olympic distance this morning. Everyone getting ready. Another one this afternoon. All right, so the Saturday AM Olympic distance race is complete. The hills here are quite challenging, and we had a downpour, and they have a bunch of switchbacks, and it was just really scary coming down them. You're on the brakes hard, really hard at times, slowing just to make the turn. So you'd be cranking up, and then you'd go down, and you couldn't go fast down. I think I averaged just over 19 miles an hour on the bike. And then the run was actually pretty good. I liked it. Some good elevation change. I think my Vegas runs, you know, up Black Mountain have been helping me there. I ran it 730-ish miles, a quarter marathon. So now we've got to come back in 5 hours and do it again. Different bike course. Be 25 miles instead of 23.8 miles, and it's equally challenging on the hills apparently. It's supposed to continue to rain on and off, so that'll be fun. I just gotta get my legs up and get some protein in, get some recovery, and hopefully some of the glycogen will come back, because I probably kept my heart rate at least over 140 all the time, 150 a lot, and over 160 some too. So I know I was pulling from the glycogen reserves. 2 hours and 31 minutes for today's race. Just under 26 for yesterday, so I'm under 3 hours. I think I'm still top 10 in my age group, which that's good. You know, my fitness isn't where I need it to be, so feel good. And for being a 200-pound guy on the hills, can't complain. See you this afternoon. All right, little recap for the second Olympic distance race. Very interesting. We actually started on the bike, and it pretty much poured down rain the entire time. But the second half of the ride wasn't that hilly, which was nice. And then we got off the bike and had to swim. Man, I was just like dragging like an anchor through the water. Put my wetsuit on in T1, so that took like an hour and a half. Well, not really, but added a little bit of time, but less time than it saved, so that was worth it. On the bike, I stopped and helped somebody change a flat. That took 6 minutes. We had to change 2 tubes. His first tube was no good, so I had to give him my tube, and so he used that. And yeah, so that dropped me several places in the Masters group, which kind of sucks because I was doing pretty well. So I think I may have fallen out of the top 10 now, but that's okay. The run, the first 2 miles were brutal. I was really slow. Ended up, about 40 seconds slower a mile than I did this morning. So I'm just gonna go take a shower, get dry. It's just been wet all day long, and put some compression on and go to sleep. Hopefully I get back some of my glycogen by the morning. Otherwise I'll have to take it easy the whole time. So Triple T, 3 down, 1 big one to go. Well, the weekend was over and this lived up to its reputation. It was a tough 3 days. It's definitely the hardest half Ironman I've done, and whether that was because you raced 2 Olympics the day before or whether the course was tough. But I think I have my all-time slowest time, 5:22. But really enjoyed it, lots of camaraderie here. The weather ended up being really nice today. Very pleased. This will take a lot out of you. If you're going to do this race, you need to prepare for it, or you need to have a lot of endurance experience, because it is a tough race. I'm not sure where I finished. I'm going to go over and look at the times, but had a blast today. A little sore.
Solo Master Division in 3rd place. 3rd place, Troy Kyle.
Troy.
No Troy. All right. In 2nd place, Adam Ward.
Hey.
Adam.